All right, just tell him to wait outside.
Yeah, he's going to wait out there, and we'll let him in a few seconds.
We are excited for our next guest.
Yes, you want to tell them who it is?
It's Matteo.
Yeah.
It's like Cher. He has one name. He has one name. Madonna.
That was perfect. So good. I really like that. I'm going to use that.
You use it. Use it. Call it your own.
Okay.
He was with us in 2021. He's going to tell us probably about his adventure last summer, and he's going to tell us about his family, I'm sure. It's who he is.
Yes.
So he's been a fixture at the Music Man for many years as an audience member and as a Kids Cabaret performer. And then he joined our cast in 2021. So we're thrilled that he's here, and we're going to talk to him. So let's call him in.
Matteo.
All right. Cue the music. Be with us all summer long, and we had a little meeting of the minds the other night, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm there."
Amazing. I can't wait.
It's Matteo. Let's give Matteo a nice round of applause.
Stop it. Stop it. You guys are too kind.
You needed more applause. Thanks,
so
people.
funny.
Thank you so much for
Hey,
that.
guys. How we doing today?
Oh, my
Amazing.
goodness. I am
Oh.
so excited that not only is Matteo coming back this summer, he's in studio with us right now.
Yes.
So we get to see him.
It's so exciting.
It's great, and I'm so happy to announce that this is my first podcast ever, and I
Amazing.
couldn't be happier to be doing it with you guys.
Well,
Look at that.
Listen, this is not going to be your last. I can
Oh,
tell you right
no.
now. So, Matteo, tell us who you are and where do you come from?
So, hey guys, my name is Matteo Marretta. It's a double M. It's easy for my luggage, just
And an
MM.
That's right.
I am a New Jersey native. I live right over the bridge in Toms River, New Jersey. So I'm about a 10, 15-minute ride away. So obviously growing up, the Music Man was nothing foreign to me. I was here almost every week when I was growing up. So it definitely has a space in my heart. I grew up. I had a passion for dance. I was taking dance classes as a kid. I grew up with that passion as well. And obviously I'm nudging Aggie every single summer, seeing if he'll find a spot for me at the age of 12.
Yeah, 12 years old. Hey, can I work here?
That's it,
You
yeah.
have a few years, but yeah. When you in 2021, we had somebody that left us in the beginning of the summer, and it's really difficult for us to, once our cast comes together in the beginning of the summer, and they're all working, and we've trained everyone to bring in a brand new person is really difficult because the group is already together. And now not only are we bringing in someone that has to learn everything and learn the environment, but now it's going to change the dynamic of the group.
Of course.
And I remember I called you and I said, "Listen, Matteo, I don't know what you're doing this summer. Do you have any time available?" I don't know if you even remember this. But
I do. It's like a memory that lives in my head rent free. I will never forget this day that you called me.
So
You're making dreams come true.
well,
That's what's happening.
it was a dream for me to have him here. And so I just said, "Hey, can you give me all I was looking for is like a couple days a week to give people time off, because losing that one person was going to impact off time." So you gave me, you said, "Yeah, I can do that. Let me just look at my schedule. I'll give you a ring back." So I got off the phone. I talked to Josephine. I said, "Yeah, I think Matteo can give us a couple nights a week." And you came back and said, "Yeah, I could do 4 or 5 nights a week. Does that work for you?" And I was like, "Come on board." Yeah.
Yeah, of course. No, I totally remember it. I got a phone call. I was in my house. I went right into my backyard. When I have phone calls like this, I need like a space in my house where I can
Yes.
just have a moment, no distractions. So I went in my backyard. We were on the phone, yes, and I was so excited. I was like, "Is this really happening right now?"
Yeah.
Nah, just because it's been such a dream of mine growing up. I've always wanted to perform here. Like I said earlier, I just grew up with a passion for performing, and especially coming back to a place where I almost was impacted and inspired.
Mhm.
It definitely was just kind of a full circle moment being invited to come perform with you guys this summer.
Well, you didn't miss a beat. You came on board, and when Liz knows this very well.
Yeah, we're both replacements.
Yes,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, replacement
Re-
crew.
that's right.
The replacement crew.
Yeah,
on
so
the podcast.
so when a replacement comes in, it's daunting because there's so much to
Yeah.
learn. But so we focus in on one particular thing that they were going to learn,
Of course.
and give them a couple songs. And so tell us, where were you placed when you first came?
So when I first came in, I was told to wear all black so I can blend in with my surroundings, kind of just have an eye on everything. But I came in, and I gotta be honest, it was kind of a whirlwind. The cast that I was joining, everyone was kind of like in their mid-20s, and I just turned 19.
Okay.
So there was definitely a little off-put with the age there. But I was brought in. I was told this is how you scoop ice cream. You put it into this glass. And coming here my whole life, you understand some of the Sundays already. But yeah, it sounds a lot more like it is, just a lot, but it actually was a really smooth night. I was scooping ice cream, and you were like, and just keep an eye on the performers, because if you're going to be here for the rest of the summer, you're obviously going to have a number here and there. So
Right.
just keep an eye on things. So
Yeah.
I was scooping ice cream. I was doing this. I was kind of everywhere. I remember I was like at the takeout window one part of the night because they were running a bit slow there. But no, it was such a fun night, and it was cool just to talk to everyone and see how their summer was going and kind of just see where they were at, because that honestly helped me kind of just fit a little bit more in and feel a little bit more comfortable with how the night was going. But I'll never forget, at the end of the night, I got it was the end of the week when you do the cast meeting, and I got a piece of paper, an award, and it said to Matteo for killing it on his first night, and I still have it in my bedroom.
Oh, I love
Oh
it.
my
Sitting
goodness.
right there, and yeah, it's just such a great moment. I'll never forget it.
Well,
I love that.
I love it too. These Sunday night meetings are special that way, that we do awards and we pass the pen and we talk about the week and the customers that impact us, and we try to learn from each other on that particular night. But you weren't in blacks for very long. We striped you
No.
up quickly.
Yeah, no, I think it was the second time that I came in, I was put in stripes.
Yeah.
It was the first night I was in my black jeans, my black t-shirt, my black belt, my black kicks.
Yeah, yeah. So it's you quickly went from all black into stripes, and we got you on the floor, and you fit in really well, really quickly. And there's not many people in our replacement cast. I mean, there's people like yourself, Liz, and Matteo, but I think back on some of the people that have been replacements. The one that sticks in my mind is Kate Holloway. I mean, she came in as a replacement in 2005, and she hit the ground running. I don't even think she ever was in as a customer at that point. And I remember us all watching her going, okay, she's not going to have any problems. She just hit the ground running. And you were exactly the same way.
Oh, thank you.
So tell us, your background. We're going to get to your first time at the Music Man.
Oh, we'll get there. for
We're gonna
sure.
get there.
I think it's in the brain somewhere. We can pull it up.
No, we're going to get to that. But tell us your experiences as a young person with theater and with dance. Tell us about that.
Yes, of course. So growing up, I was very young age. I might have been like 4, maybe 4, not even 5. And I would always be with my family. I'm Italian, so it's family's everything. We're always together. If we're at a party, it's a party. Like, it's a family function. And we'd be there, and we'd be dancing on the dance floor. And my dad, actually, who grew up in Lavalette as well growing up, he would spend a lot of his nights dancing out with his friends. He'd go to the nightclubs, the bars, but not even to go like drink, just like to go out and dance and like have a good time. So growing up, I'd see that at these parties, and I'd see him out on the dance floor, just having a great time. So I'd obviously be right next to him. So my dad definitely was kind of the kickstart of my passion for dance, for my love of it. And then it kind of just stuck with me. Any party it was, Matteo was dancing. If there was music somewhere, oh, Mateo's got to stop and do a little trick or something. So really, it didn't take long for my parents to realize it's something that I wanted to do. So my mom threw me into some dance classes. From there, I was dancing in dance classes. And then it really just became like my whole life. Like, I really just enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed just meeting new people who had a passion for it as well, and just going back and forth with them. And then there was the music, man.
Well, we're going to get to that in a second, but because I just want to, I want to talk about my first meeting with you when you were that young.
Okay.
And what was so interesting about Matteo was, if I could just, if I bring myself back, it was, he would start dancing and then a circle would go around him.
Oh my goodness.
It was so, it was
Of the workers, of the people.
It was just any time he would start dancing, he really does have this it factor that you just, the crowd kind of moves away and everyone circles up and he just does it and he just dances and he entertains. And I never felt with Matteo, and again, we do this all the time, Liz and I. The person that we're interviewing, we kind of act like they're not even in the room and we just talk to one another. But he didn't do this from a point of showing off. Like you never.
No, it was just passionate. It was just fun. It was what he loved.
Right. You never get the sense that he's hamming it up.
Yeah.
And we all know those people that just, they want all the attention. They want you to ham it up. He was doing it and we were enjoying the passion of what he was doing.
Yes.
And we were living through him. I mean, it was just we wanted him to just enjoy himself. And that's what you do.
Thanks, Aggie.
That's what you do.
Yeah, so it took me a while. I think it was not even too long ago that I really just needed to ask myself, what is like my relationship with dance? What's my relationship with performing? Because a lot of people do it for different reasons. And it really just hit me like a ton of bricks. Like I would perform for people and I would put on a show and I would do this show and this number over here. And there was nothing more rewarding than just getting that energy back from the audience that you just gave to them, but it's like a total new energy that they're giving back to you. It's right. You feel like joy. You felt like you did something positive to contribute to their lives and to make them happier people. This isn't just me. I feel like this would be any performer who's performing. I think you guys can understand as well. There's nothing greater than just doing something for someone, especially something that you're passionate about, like performing, and then they just give that energy right back to you. It's amazing.
It is. And that is, I always talk about, being in the zone. And there's a scene in the movie Bagger Vance. I don't know if you know this movie.
I can't say that I know this movie, Aggie.
Do you know this movie, Bagger Vance?
I do not know.
Okay. It's a golf movie.
Really?
It's a golf movie with
That's why we don't know it.
Yeah, Will Smith and Matt Damon.
Okay.
Okay. And there's this particular scene in the movie where they talk about, I don't even know if they use the word zone, but they talk about being in the zone and how everything else melts around you. And you're just so focused on in the movie on the green and where the ball needs to go. And that scene has always impacted me because that's how I feel when I'm at the Music Man.
Yeah.
That all the problems that, we have a whipped cream catastrophe in the kitchen, right? We've had, a customer that wasn't extremely happy in the last turnover, all these issues that come up. But when I come onto the floor and the lights change in the room, everything else melts away.
Definitely. 100%.
And it's really about being with the customers and, watching their faces. And when I'm watching other performers perform, which we do with you, we do Dance Break with you as one of your bits.
Yes.
It's watching them and watching the excitement on the audience's face. And, especially the children that are, kind of, they're moving all over the place, and all of a sudden a performer clicks with them, and then they're just like in awe and just like still, and their folk. Oh, it's just so great.
I can't agree with that last part anymore. I mean, coming here as a kid, especially with Kate Holloway.
Yeah.
She was like my idol growing up coming here, and she would perform and she would like look me in the eyes and sing to me. She'd like take my hand, bring me around the exit through the back, through the kitchen, come right back up to the front. And it's performers like that. It's the great people that you bring in here to perform that captivate. So I could totally understand coming from an audience point of view. And it's so great to come back and perform with these people.
Yeah, and you had made mention that, when you first started, in 2021, that, there was anxiety because you were 19 and everybody was in your 20s. I have to tell you that from our perspective, from my perspective, I don't even know age here. Like when the performers come in, I don't know how old they are. Just if they're bringing their heart here and their creativity, I don't really care how old they are.
Hey,
so, a young performer that is connecting with an audience is the same thing as an older performer connecting with an audience. There's no difference there. So I was surprised that you said that you felt that little bit of that age difference.
A little bit, yeah. It might have been because they were also working together for already
exactly.
a little bit of the summer. A lot of them were living together.
Yeah, and I think that has more to do with it. But how fantastic is that? So let's jump into your. We had this thing called Kids Cabaret Club.
Oh yeah.
Kids Cabaret Club was brought to us. We wanted to do something during the day. The space is not used during the day all that much. And we thought about bringing in this Kids Cabaret Club and then doing a show with them early on, I think Thursday and Friday nights. And the age group, if I can remember correctly, it was between the ages of maybe 6 and 14. We had two different, not camps, but two different programs that we did. And you were obviously in the young one at the time.
Little boy.
And they would come in and learn a song. Well, tell us what you remember, and then I'll see if your memory.
I can tell you exactly what I remember, Aggie. It might have been the summer of 2011, we'll say. I think that was a good spot. 10 years before I started working here. I was outside in a little alley by the takeout window. I think maybe even before the takeout window was there, question mark?
No, it's been there since the start.
I don't got that much of a good memory, but
they're just excited to be here.
They got like these showcase signs, like the posters outside, and I remember seeing Kids Cabaret, and I was like, what was that? I was talking with my mom, and we were talking with you about it, and you were like, oh, it's Kids Cabaret. If you want to do it, it's fun. It's good.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I would love to. So I was like, Mom, I want to do it. So I come in. You would come in, you'd sit, your friends, you'd make friends with all the other kids here. It was like an hour every other day in the summer. And I was like, all right, I'm going to sing. So I remember picking out the song very meticulously. I chose Dynamite by Tayo Cruz. And I don't know if it was me or someone else who told me to do it, but in the song it goes, I want to celebrate and live my life saying, Ayo, gotta let go. I changed it to saying, Ayo, go Matteo. And
I love it.
When I said that, I got to be honest, I felt like I was flying. I felt like I owned the world when I said that one line. So it was definitely such a great experience. Back to the Italian roots, I had like half of my family come to watch me the night that we were performing.
Yes.
And I sang that one part. I sang the whole song, and then the one part came on, and the whole place went crazy, and my dad was screaming. And I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube somewhere if you guys want to go watch it. But no, the Kids Cabaret, it was such a great introduction, not only to the Music Man, but singing as well.
Yeah.
Like I said, I grew up as a dancer, and I didn't really develop a passion for singing right away, but definitely after singing at the Kids Cabaret Club, I was like, oh my God, singing. It's just a whole nother way of connecting with a group of people, with an audience. And it was electrifying. I think I did the next couple summers after that.
Yeah, and that's exactly how I remember it. It was actually a free program, which, it was a free program that we would do. And it actually got to the point where we just couldn't do it anymore. It was taking up so much of the time during the days, and we didn't have the staff to do it.
Yeah.
And it's hard. It's hard to keep reinventing the space from the afternoons to the evenings. So sadly, we don't do it anymore because we're so busy at night. But I'm so thrilled that you did that. I remember it exactly the same way.
Yeah.
I do remember one other point on it. I mean, I knew I knew your family because your family had a business in town, and I knew that, and I have a great story about your grandfather.
I remember the story.
And you know, it was but I mean, you guys were customers at that point. I didn't call you, it didn't consider you, friends and family at that point. And your mom videotaped you during the show. We allow videotaping during the Kids Cabaret Club. And at the end of the show, the next seating is coming in. And at the end of the show, she was visibly upset. And I went up to her and I go, "What's up?" And she said, "My phone didn't record."
Oh, no.
Right? And I was just like, "Okay, no problem." So I had everyone sit down and we redid your number.
Yes.
We redid your number and she recorded it.
I remember this one. I think this was a couple summers after.
Oh, it was?
I was singing, what is it? "You Don't Know You're Beautiful" by One Direction.
Wow.
And I remember, this one's on YouTube too. And right before you're filming, you're like, "All right, guys, get in positions, dancers." The background dancers were the Music Man performers for the summer. And you were like, "This is take 4," and you clicked your hands. It was amazing. I'll never forget that one as well.
Oh my goodness.
So we had to redo it. We redid it, and it was great. And it was just great memories of that period of time. And there have been a few of the Kids Cabaret performers that have actually come and worked for us. Stephanie Ritchie's one as well.
Yes, I remember Stephanie Ritchie.
Amazing performer that she is. And so it's so thrilling. And you guys didn't miss a beat, so I'm so happy that you're here.
Yeah, I was so happy. I mean, yeah, it was making dreams come true as a kid, and then dreams come true 10 years later.
Tell us a little bit about you. You graduated high school.
Yes.
You went to.
I went to the Performing Arts Academy of Ocean County.
Great.
So it's a local high school. It's a vocational high school, and it's set in stone for performers, kids who want to take their time in high school and allow the performing arts to be one of their electives. So I went for dance. So this means for 4 years, freshman through senior year of high school, I was dancing for an extra 1 hour and 20 minutes a day, studying in modern, doing like ballet class every day at 7 a.m.
Wow.
And just also getting to involve yourself with other people who have a passion for the performing arts. So it was the Performing Arts Academy of Ocean County. Fun fact, it was actually on a naval base in Lakehurst, New Jersey, where the Hindenburg was stored.
Yeah.
So the Hindenburg, the blimp, it was stored inside of this hangar, and inside of the hangar was our high school. Which means
that's a fun fact.
Yeah, it's a very fun fact.
Yeah.
It crashed very morbid moment, but the Hindenburg crashed 200 feet away from our school where it was supposed to go into the hangar.
Oh my goodness.
So the school ended up getting moved to a better facility our senior year. So our senior year, right before COVID hit, we were moved to the Ocean County College campus, and we had state-of-the-art dance studios. We had theater. We had vocal rooms. It was amazing.
That's great.
For the 4 years, it was just such a great experience. You were doing so many electives. You were doing school musicals, school fall dramas. You were doing dance club. There was this one elective that I did. It was called performance troupe, and we'd actually get a group of dancers, vocalists, actors, and audio technicians together. Those were the 4 electives, and we would put on a show for middle schools. So in hopes that kids would find it appealing and that they would want to go attend the high school as well. So my high school, it wasn't the same as everyone else's high school. There wasn't a lot of varsity sports. There wasn't a lot of cliques and stereotypes. But it was definitely a great experience, and it's one that I'll never trade. Of course, we graduated during COVID, so it was a little tough. But no, I made friends there that I'll keep for my entire life.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And then after high school, you pounded the pavement. You started auditioning.
Yes. So I actually started working a little bit in high school. It was my sophomore year. It was well before that I knew I wanted to take dance and performing professionally. So I kind of just went for it. I started taking classes in New York City because, New York's where everything kind of goes down.
Yeah.
So I was taking dance classes in New York City. I was doing acting in New York City. I was getting into vocal classes. And it wasn't until sophomore year that I was introduced to my mentor that I have today. His name is Lane Napper. He is just not only a great mentor, but a great friend to me till this day. He sticks his neck out for me. He took me under his wing and kind of just put me in the right path that I felt like I needed to be on.
Great.
He was making sure that I was in classes. He was making sure that I was getting these acting and vocal lessons as well. He was bringing me to jobs, and I actually ended up assisting him and doing dance classes, like helping him. And then he's actually the guy who set me in touch with my agent that I got my junior year of high school.
Okay.
So come junior year, I was auditioning for a bunch of shows. The main one that my biggest audition, I would say, is when I was auditioning for West Side Story, Steven Spielberg's remake.
Yeah.
And that's when I signed with my agency until and so since that day I've been with my agency. Sorry, I was just getting off on a little tangent.
Yeah, no, keep going.
Because it's just crazy for me to think about how long ago that was and how long I've been in this. So yeah, I've been with my agency since then throughout the rest of high school, and all of my friends in high school, they were going to colleges. They were, oh, what college are you going to? This one has a great musical theater program. This one has a great program here. This one has this and that. It's close by. It's near the city. And I was like, yeah, this is great, but I don't know. I think I just want to go for it. You know,
Yeah.
I don't, I wasn't really convinced that college was the right decision for me.
I think dancers have the mindset is probably a little bit different because your instrument is your body, and I don't want to say there's a ticking clock, but there's a ticking clock.
There's a time when things start tightening up.
Yeah.
I can concur.
Yeah. So I think that you knew what you wanted to do, and I think that that's so important. It's also so important not only for you to know what you want to do, but how beautiful and wonderful your family knew what you wanted to do.
Yes, my family is definitely the reason that I'm still doing this to this day. They are my backbone. They're like my support system.
Yeah.
They are the ones that keep inspiring me to just keep doing it, because I think they're living vicariously through me, and I
Sure.
think they want to almost see where this ends up going for themselves as well. So they're always there for me. If I need to get into the city, they're always there to help me get into the city. If I need anything, they're always there by my side to just make sure it happens. They're my number one supporters. I love my family. They're great.
Well, I think that I always use the analogy about the tight rope walker. It's difficult to say. I always use this analogy that your family is the safety net underneath there, and you're up on that tightrope and you are walking along, and you're stretching yourself and you're making that walk, and you don't want to use that net. You really want to get to the other side on your own, but knowing that they're there, you could stretch yourself just that little bit more.
No, of
and
course.
I think that analogy really pertains to you and your family.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you. Yeah, you can be the greatest tightrope walker in the world.
It's tough. It's tough.
You can be the greatest acrobat in the world, we'll say.
Yeah, okay.
And you could do it without blinking your eyes, but there's something about just knowing that safety net, your family is there.
Yeah.
Makes it feel just so much more comfortable in doing it.
Absolutely. So tell us about your latest contract, because we missed you.
Yes, I was away for a little bit. At the end of my contract in 2021 for the summer, I was leaving as well. But the past summer, the summer of 2022, I was so upset I was not here. I missed out a little bit. So it was the fall of 2022. I was doing my thing in New York. Like I said, I just wanted to go for it. So I had a set regimen. I was taking classes. I was doing everything. I was staying in it. I was auditioning. And I was in the city at the moment. I had a job. I was working at this dance lab, just working with a bunch of different choreographers. And I found out that Royal Caribbean, the cruise company, they were looking for dancers and performers. They were doing a production of Saturday Night Fever that they do on one of their ships. So Saturday Night Fever, just quick moment off the line that I'm going in. Saturday Night Fever has just been a very inspirational movie for me, especially John Travolta. Seeing him perform in Saturday Night Fever, seeing him perform in Grease. He's just that Italian American figure, seeing someone who just makes, like we were talking about earlier, making an audience just putting them in awe, and just seeing how great of an impact he has on an audience. So he's always been an underlying inspiration for me. So it was definitely a show that I wanted to audition for. So I go, and I'm in the city, and I audition for it, and I didn't hear anything back until about 2-3 weeks later, and they were like, "Hey, Matteo, they actually want to see you for Mamma Mia, the smash hit musical." It's a musical based around the songs of ABBA.
Yeah.
So I was, let me audition. They were like, we want to see you for a role. His name is Pepper. He's a little younger, but he doesn't let the older ladies know that he's a bit younger. He wants to just go for them, and he's very just outgoing, and he likes to perform, and he's very suave. And I was like, oh, I can get down with this role. So they were like, we need it in by Tuesday. I had it in on Sunday night, and then I found out the next day, and I'll never forget the moment I looked at my phone, and I found out that I got it, and I was so excited. It was kind of like my longest contract that I was signing up to do, and I didn't really know it while I was doing it. But the contract was a year long. I was leaving in 2 weeks from when I found out that I was doing it, because they already had the cast put together. They just needed to find another performer. So I was like, oh my gosh. So I had to get my life together in 2 weeks. I sadly had to let Aggie know that I wasn't coming for the summer.
That's fine with me.
But no, it's so crazy, because looking back at it, it was just such an awesome experience. I made some of the greatest friends that I have and I'll take with me throughout my life. And it was just, especially at a young age when you don't have too many commitments in life, I just wanted to go and throw myself into it. I wanted to explore the world, and I just wanted to perform and do a show that I knew I would love dearly. So I was gone for the past year. I wasn't here for the summer of 2022, but I could look back fondly and just be thankful for where I am right now. It was such a great experience.
Wonderful experience. Oh my goodness. We could talk all day, can't we?
Good.
Yeah.
This is fantastic. Well, you're here with us this summer. We're working on new music, and tell us, is there something that you want to accomplish this summer at the Music Man?
Wow. Oh, this is off-putting. I was not ready for this question. So when it comes to the Music Man, I think there's a lot of people, and going with a lot of jobs, like summer jobs and just summer goals, just wanting to go into it with a goal, like with a purpose. Like, I would really want to try and accomplish this. But if I'm being honest, Aggie, my main goal for this summer is just to come in to work and not feel like I'm working.
Yeah.
I know that sounds, I'm not trying to sound like unproductive. I want to like get ice cream served. I want to get people's
we understand.
food out the door and make sure that I provide them with a great service.
We
but
understand.
my main goal is to just have a great time doing it, because we're in the back kitchen. We're laughing almost every single second of the night. Me and your boys having a great time back there, laughing about who knows what this time. And then I'm like, hold on, I'll be right back. I go out, I sing, we put on a little show, we clean up the tables, and the whole time you just feel like you're with family and loved ones and your best friends. And at the end of the night, you're cleaning up and you're just, I can't wait. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's like a family. It really is. So my main goal for this summer is to just almost encompass that feeling again.
Well,
and,
you deserve
get
it.
right back into it. Yeah.
Being away for as long as you were, and being back here, you're definitely in the right place, and we're so thankful that you're going to be with us. A number of years ago, I stopped calling this a summer job, and I started calling it a summer experience, because I wanted people to have experiences here and not feel that it was a drudgery to come. And there are moments. Listen, we all have the moments where that drudgery happens, but hopefully quickly, once people are here working, their mindset is changing a little bit.
Yeah, of course. No, we'll always have those moments. It's a summer job. We're working in a kitchen, especially. I feel like it's a very hostile environment.
Serving ice cream, right?
Serving ice cream.
Serving ice cream and singing. So the other thing that you are going to be helping us with is our choreography, obviously.
Yes.
And you're going to be, really taking on that role of, teaching a lot of the group numbers and helping people through mounting their numbers if there's dance involved. And so we're thrilled that you're going to be focusing in on that. And from my standpoint, that's not one of my strong suits. So having you here is going to be taking a lot off my plate.
It's going to be a big help.
Big help.
No,
Yeah,
I'm super
from me.
excited.
What are some of your favorite memories from past years? I want to know.
Whoa, at the Music Man?
Yeah,
Oh,
just
okay.
working here.
Working here. So
Yes.
I'm going to also put in attending the Music Man as a spectator.
Of course,
we'll say. Let's start off with working. So one of my favorite memories of working here at the Music Man in the summer, it's definitely got to be the kitchen. That's where everything goes down, is in the kitchen. We'll come here, we'll warm up our voices, we'll get everything prepped, but I can almost just say that anything in the kitchen makes me laugh. Like, for example, I'll be with Aggie's sons, and we'll be hanging out in the kitchen. And your older son, Vincent, we always have this thing where the next day we come in, we're wearing a new cologne. And it is our job to kind of smell out what that cologne is. So that's just a great one. Another moment is when I'm helping Chaz with the dishes, your other son, Chaz, and he'll just say the most interesting, unique things ever. And then I'll be in here cleaning the tables, and he'll poke his head out of the kitchen, and he'll say, "Hey, Matteo, I need help with the dishes. Can you come?" And I'm so excited. I'm like, "Yes, I'll be right there. Give me 2 seconds." So yeah, your boys are definitely just great to hang out with in the summer. They're so good. I also gotta put it out there. All of the nights where I have family and friends come out and watch me perform, it's definitely nice, especially getting to serve them now that I'm out on the floor taking orders. It's so nice to just connect with them and, "Hey guys, how are you?" "Yeah, of course. You guys want to sing? You want to stand up? You want to do anything?" It just puts a smile on my face, because after you just have group after group coming in here, and after the turnovers, you're like, "Oh, okay, it's feeling a little slow," but then you just have someone that you know come in, like your family or my girlfriend and her family, or people that I haven't seen in years. It definitely just puts you it amps you up a little bit. It gives you some energy.
So it was definitely easier for you to join the experience of the Music Man just because you live so close?
Yes, of course. Like I said earlier, I'm right over the bridge.
Yeah.
There's a bridge connecting Lavalette and Toms River. So I was here every single summer as a kid. My grandparents lived 2 blocks away. So if there was a night where we had no plans, the Music Man, call him, see if they have a reservation. And yeah, it's just a lot of my childhood memories of taking place here. And it's so nice to just keep living.
So it's been full circle.
Yeah, full circle moment for sure.
I love that.
Amazing.
I love that. Do you think that it's time to sprinkle him with some questions?
Sprinkle.
So we do this thing
Sprinkle.
here. Yeah, we do this thing that we asked you a lot of questions during this, but they weren't hard-hitting questions.
Now it's the hard hitting.
So,
All right, I'm ready.
So we're going to, if you would be so kind to take part in sprinkling you with some questions, would you like to do that?
I would love to do that.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
Fantastic. Liz, would you like to start?
I would love to.
Okay, go ahead.
What noise or sound do you love?
When you take a bite out of a really crisp piece of pizza, and it almost just, you know.
I know.
Especially like a Sicilian square or like a grandma's slice. Or we could even we'll put like a Neapolitan slice as well.
Is there anything, your pizza, is there a particular topping you like on your pizza?
Yes, on a regular pie, I like just like some extra mozzarella, like some burrata maybe in certain areas.
Oh, okay.
On a white pie, I'll do like a white pie and I'll do cherry peppers. So it's like sweet, savory, but with like a little kick. It's so nice.
I love it.
Amazing.
I love it. Okay, let's go with if there was a person that was going to play the story of your life, an actor, who would it be?
Realistically, I'm gonna have to say, oh wow, you guys really sprinkle some questions in there. Wow. I don't know. I got a little cousin. He's funny. His name is Johnny. I feel like he would do a great job. He loves to dance.
There you go.
I'm gonna put him in this.
Keep it in family.
Unrealistically,
Exactly.
I'm gonna say maybe if I go in the future, if I can like clone myself and like send myself back in time, I'll go with that.
All right.
Okay.
But he's got the belt right now. Yeah.
Does Johnny have a stage name, or does he have a last name?
Johnny. That's the stage name.
Johnny Rich.
Johnny Rich. Okay,
That's
very
it.
good.
Okay, this one's really important to me.
All right.
Flat or sparkling?
Flat or sparkling? Come on, it's got to be sparkling.
Okay.
He's spiffy.
He's fancy.
Yeah.
He's fancy. Who was the last person to inspire you?
Last person to inspire me. This is a very unique question. So I know I went back with some of my inspirations earlier. I know I was talking about John Travolta. I also have been inspired mainly by like Michael Jackson and as well as my father. But I actually don't know too much about Queen, especially like Freddie Mercury. And I was watching the film Bohemian Rhapsody, and just the way he carries himself in the movie, Freddie Mercury, the way he has a persona and the way he just views life, and he's like we're not gonna just put a hole in like the stadium ceiling. We're gonna put a hole in the sky. And that really just put me in a good mood, and kind of I just want to try and abide by that statement in life. We're not gonna put a hole through the stadium. We're gonna put a hole through the sky.
Oh, love it.
I think most recently that's where I've been inspired.
I love
Amazing.
it. I love it.
What song always gets you on the dance floor?
What song always gets me on the dance floor? So whenever people ask me what's my favorite song or my favorite movie, I never have an answer.
Yeah.
But if I have an answer for this one, rapid fire, I'm gonna say it's called L'Italiano. Sono l'Italiano by the Italians, DJ Surge remix. You'll hear it at every single Italian wedding, and once you hear it, you just want to get out on the dance floor and dance. That's like my go-to, I would say.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna have to get that on my playlist.
Yes.
Throw it, yeah.
Fantastic. All right. What's one thing that makes your day instantly better?
Oof. I'm going to say quality time. Whether it is with my family, whether it's with my girlfriend, whether it's with any of my friends, my dog, and just doing something that kind of invokes quality time. It could be going out like for a walk. It could be going for a ride in the car, going to the beach, going for lunch, listening to music, kind of just hanging out. Anytime I'm with my family, it kind of just puts me in a better place, makes me smile, and it just gives me that little push to get through my day and almost get through the week as well. I love quality time is definitely very important in my life. And yeah.
Excellent.
Amazing. All right,
Excellent.
the last question.
Last question.
Oof.
The last question, we always do a finish the lyric.
Okay.
And so I'm going to give you one word, and then you're just going to go on with the song. And I think the perfect word for you is dance.
Dance. So am I making a song?
No.
I love it.
I think you just have a song that
Oh,
you
okay.
know.
So
song
there's a song that I know.
With dance
With
in it.
the word dance in it.
Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, whoa, whoa,
That's
whoa,
it.
whoa. Never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me. I
Wow.
mean, it had
I
to
wish
be
there was a
that.
visual
That
here
was
on this
so
podcast.
good.
That was so great.
Oh, man.
That was so great.
He was really performing for us.
Wow.
Wow.
Fantastic. Well, Matteo, I am thrilled that you're with us this summer.
Guys, I can't wait to be here. I
Yeah.
can't wait to make a new summer adventure with you guys.
That's it.
It's gonna
And
be
the
great.
days are numbered before we're all together. So if you haven't made reservations yet, please do, especially for our opening weekend and throughout the summer. Go to themusicman.com/book and book your reservation. So, Matteo, thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah.
No, thank you guys so much. As Aggie Liz, it's been amazing. And yeah, let's have a great time this summer. Thank you
Yes.
so much for having me.
All right. Bye-bye. He's something, right?
He really is. And I'm so excited. Listen, I'm not a dancer. I'm a mover, as they say. And I'm just so excited to learn from him.
Yeah. There's an energy that he brings to every situation that he's in. He came over the other night just to, be with us and tell us about his year.
Yeah.
And we had some food and made some Zeppelis, and we just had some quality time together. And, it was just, the night just went so fast because we
Yeah.
were just, we went from subject to subject, and we were all smiling and enjoying ourselves. And that's what he does to a room.
Yeah, he's just going to bring a light this summer.
Oh, I
and I'm
love
so
it.
excited.
I love it. His family is wonderful, and they're such lovely people. And I'm looking forward to seeing them more this summer, because we will, because
Yeah.
Matteo's here. And but even last summer when Matteo was on his cruise, his family was coming in.
That's amazing.
And it was just, it says so much. So we're so thankful for them. So that's it. So we're counting the days.
Yes, we are.
We are counting the days. So Liz, this is the time where I have to say goodbye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye, Liz. This podcast has been brought to you by the Music Man Singing Ice Cream Shop.
Email us at bsa@themusicman.com.
Ask us questions.
We're excited.
We are so excited. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.